Almost thought you would come with the ether. Jermell Charlo, Lions Only, goes in on Oscar De La Hoya. We gonna talk about him. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Head over to my Patreon, link in the description. Got some fun stuff coming, doing the group sessions. If you want to become part of the extended Eagles Army family, smash that like button. Also go to that link, or you can hit the join button below on this video to become a YouTube channel member. Same perks. Now, I seen this when I woke up. Jermell Charlo went in and set the record straight from his perspective regarding recent statements made from Oscar De La Hoya. And he went in, he talked about how on Goldenboy, he wasn't really promoted. In his opinion, he wasn't really promoted significantly, and he was only making 100K. Oscar De La Hoya did a sit-down interview with the company he owns, Ring Magazine, and he was kind of, I guess, responding to Jermell Charlo and giving his opinion on what happened and tried to express why Charlo was only making 100K, things of that sort. And Charlo obviously seen the interview, and he decided to respond to it and explain his side. Now, there's so much, it's a lot, so you guys got to bear with me. And I'm trying to give you guys somewhat of a chronological order if I can. If not, make sure you guys smash the like button. I have some things saved in notes. So this is what De La Hoya said to Ring Magazine regarding Charlo.
The level. I mean, Canelo, we started him from scratch. Ryan Garcia, we started him from scratch. We promoted every fighter out there, like Deontay Wilder. We promoted and got him to a first world title. Charlo, who was talking smack, who, yes, doesn't know when you left us or when they took you from us, yeah, you were getting paid $100,000, but you were fighting 8 rounds, 10 rounds, and you weren't even a world champion. So we know how to build these fighters, the level. I mean,
so the funny thing is, De La Hoya he's trying to say that he basically had the, big hand in the creation of some of these fighters' careers. And it's almost an oxymoron. I'm going to get to what Charlo said, but I got so much to rebuttal that. Let me go off what Charlo said first, and then I'll give you some more of my thoughts. But we about to go in. So he's quoting the interview, and this is what Charlo said. He said, "Ain't no bitch over here. Can't nobody take me." Hold on, let me pause this. He said, "Ain't no bitch over here. Can't nobody take me. I'm not you. I seen better for my career and was conscious enough and dipped so I could provide for my family." This is in response to someone who said, "Hey, Jermell, how do you feel about Oscar's little story about promoting you?" Right? And he said, that's his response. He said, "Ain't no bitch. I was providing for my family." So somebody tagged him in it, and then he started going off. He said, "So many quiet black fighters suffering now and suffered during their time. Goldenboy was up. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to speak on it. I work for me. Dude don't fuck with," it looks like black, like he's saying black. "He might do business, but when it comes to his heart, it ain't pure." And he said Oscar De La Hoya. He said Oscar De La Hoya, so he tagged him too. So Jermell, excuse me. Someone says, "That's how Mexicans must feel about Heyman throwing Mikey with Spence and now talking about throwing Leo in with Tank, shaking my head off." Charlo says, "Why you mad? Those are good matchups both parties want. Find another excuse." See, now this is probably somebody operating from a nationalistic or racial prejudice or bias, because now they're trying to blame Spence. See, the black channels. They're trying to blame Spence when it was Mikey who called out Spence. He says that's how this person on the internet, Jay Pena, says that's how Mexicans must feel about Heyman throwing Mikey in with Spence, but it was Mikey who came out of nowhere, out of left field, said he even wanted to fight Errol Spence. See, you not finna rewrite history. Mikey, nobody even wanted him to fight Spence, but then he kept running his mouth and saying that Spence was the next person he wanted. So people said, okay, go ahead and get it. His brother, Robert Garcia, his trainer, said, nah, don't mess with Errol Spence. Not right now. We don't like that fight for you. You know, his dad said that. So how is this person in the comment section hitting Charlo up and saying that's how, quote, Mexicans must feel about Heyman throwing Mikey in with Spence? Mikey requested Spence. I have an interview. Charlo was there too, but it was when my memory is crazy. We were in Las Vegas and I interviewed with Errol Spence. I have the interview. I have the footage. It's up on the channel, right? We were there for Edis Landilada was fighting Swift Jared Hurd. I have an interview with Errol Spence, and this was around that time. You guys check the dates of when Hurd versus Lada happened, and then right around that time, Mikey had been calling out Errol Spence. I asked Errol Spence about the Mikey stuff, and he kind of laughed it off. He thought it was a joke. Like, he's like, he calling me out. It's whatever. But that he didn't even think it was a real call out. So this comment is way off the mark. Let's move on. Errol Spence, he did what you said you wanted. Mikey said, I see something. And then you lost. So I don't understand why, according to this guy, quote unquote, Mexicans would be mad at Heyman for that, when a Mexican-American fighter, Mikey Garcia, went against his dad and his brother and what fans said, including myself, and did his own thing. And that's what he thought was best for his career. And he took the L. So try again. Someone says, Oscar De La Hoya, damn, Jermell's still trying to recruit Ryan Garcia. He says it's got nothing to do with Ryan Garcia. I'm speaking on my career. Tune in, new fanboy. See, he said he's trying to recruit Ryan Garcia. But listen, as far as that, Ryan Garcia, if he's unhappy, he's unhappy. That's his own thing. Like, Jermell's speaking his experience. Jermell says, someone says, he said he emphasized that I was talking shit, but I was only trying to speak facts of what I know. So this is his account of how his time was on Goldenboy. Jermell says, I didn't give a fuck. I took what I could. When I fought Demetrius Hopkins, 33-1, who's the nephew to Oscar De La Hoya's business partner, Bernard Hopkins, June 6, 2013. What was my chances? The odds were against me. I felt some type of way then at Oscar De La Hoya. I was 20-0, 23 years old, still made less than 100K. So he said he was making less than 100K when he was fighting and he was the underdog and stuff like that. He said he'd been patient in the game, real vet here since 07. So he's just speaking his truth. Somebody said, free Rashidi Ellis, free Jaron Ennis, they deserve better. But I don't think Jaron Ennis, he's not with Goldenboy. But he says, let me tell y'all something that motivated me when I was with Oscar De La Hoya and Goldenboy. They never signed my twin brother, and I always wanted to be promoted by the same company alongside my twin. I was told the more I win, the bigger his chances of getting signed. So he's saying that Goldenboy was only interested in Jermell, and he was going to have to keep winning, and then they would sign his twin. So he said that motivated him to, keep knocking him down. He said they still never signed him, but he hopped on a few. See, Jermell said this to me. I think it was in that same Vegas. We were at a media scrum. He said, Goldenboy, they never signed him, but he still hopped on a few undercards because of me. That whole time when Jermell was fighting on Goldenboy, I thought they signed him, but he's saying it's otherwise. But it wasn't enough. He said, so basically when Jermell was fighting on the Goldenboy cards, he wasn't even signed to Goldenboy. He was just, they just put him on a couple cards. He said, but just imagine what I dealt with personally when it comes to how my twin felt. They say twins feel the same thing. It was only right I get the fuck out of that shit. We had almost like an 8 to 9 fight difference. So he's saying that he was being, put in fights, and his twin brother couldn't get no work but occasional cards. Look, this Heyman's Planet account says, you mean Mikey Garcia begging Heyman for Spence? Mikey told Ellie and Fight Hype Heyman told him not to take the fight Spence. Boom. Typical Golden Girl fan lying like a thought. And then Charlo retweeted it. Bro, it's looking ugly for old media. The walls are closing in because, again, you're not going to rewrite history. So someone else says, crazy that Maul got signed after you, was champ before you, and fought Trout before you. When's the big fight coming, champ? We need the unification ASAP. He said, you're not paying attention. My brother still never got signed. So the whole time his brother was never signed to Goldenboy. That's crazy. Do you believe in God? He said the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Man, Charlo going in. And then another fan says, nobody knew you back then. Get the fuck out of here. You hyped up idiot. Rename your company to Pussies Only. See, this is just that foolery because nobody would say this. I was in Houston at Charlo's fight. Nobody would go up to Jermell and disrespect like that and say that. So why do all this stuff on the internet? So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really with all the internet stuff that people wouldn't do in real life. Like all Pussies Only and all this shit. But beyond that, that was a good response from Charlo. He said, isn't that my promoter's fault? Wow. So I want to give some of my thoughts. Bad look for Goldenboy, just based on the fact that Charlo, you have a fighter speaking out and saying blacks weren't taken care of. You didn't take care of your black fighters. You didn't take care of your black fighters, right? And after Mikey Garcia lost to Errol Spence, I made a video about it. Oscar De La Hoya tweeted that Errol Spence should sign to Goldenboy Promotions. And Errol Spence said, nah, bro, I don't like the way you handle black people, And it's all on wax. It's all on wax. He said, I don't like the way you treat black fighters. I'm good. Now you have Charlo saying when I was with them, they wouldn't even sign my twin brother. And some people think, I don't want to pit the brothers against each other, but some people even said at one point that Jermell Charlo was further along. So it's like they're twins. Why not promote the package deal? You see Top Rank, they're promoting, Jason and Andrew Maloney, and then Goldenboy had the opportunity to sign both twins, and they only wanted male, and they're both nice, and they both could scrap. Imagine that. That's crazy to me. That's crazy that they didn't want Jermell. So it's looking bad. The walls are closing in. I really got a lot to say, and I'm probably gonna have to break it down in multiple videos. Look, here's the video. I found the video that I did.
He has since deleted the tweet. I don't know why, but if you look at it, it says tweet is unavailable. Fortunately for...
I did a video. It said Errol Spence tells Oscar De La Hoya, quote, you don't treat black fighters well, brother.
For new media, it's not that easy, and I have a screenshot of it. So here's the tweet. March 16th, 11:43 p.m. I don't even know why he deleted it. Like, we didn't all see it. That looked kind of weird. It's just like when someone claims that their wife got murdered, and but they try to clean up the blood when they got home, but they didn't have nothing to do with it. Why'd you try to clean up the scene? Really weird for De La Hoya to delete it. Errol said his piece, which we'll get into, but I didn't really see a reason why he would delete the tweet. Everyone's seen it. Anyway, Oscar De La Hoya, his verified page. He says, at Errol Spence Jr., congratulations on your victory. If you want to make real money, let me promote your next fight on DAZN. And these promoters are becoming I don't even know the word. Just saying stuff. But anyway, here's what Errol Spence said. You don't treat black fighters well, brother. And Errol Spence.
So that's my old stuff. That's an old video I did. So it just looked bad to me. It looked bad for Goldenboy. He keep acting like for example, Oscar did this interview and he's acting like he put these fighters on. it's a difference between having someone promotionally. Like, for example, Top Rank had Floyd Mayweather. We all know that. They put him to a certain level, and then they never did anything after. Like, his biggest fight, Zab Judah, Gotti with Top Rank. And as soon as he left and got his own team and Al Heyman and stuff, Floyd turns into the billionaire superstar that we know him today. He was able to fight De La Hoya and the Cottos and Ricky Hattons and, those Juan Manuel Marquez and all these other fights. So Top Rank gave him a start and opportunity. But in even that case is a little bit different because I think Top Rank, they did somewhat promotionally well. But when it comes to like Charlo's, he said he was making less than 100,000, and people didn't even know who Charlo's were like that when he was with Goldenboy. Charlo, both of them, Jermell and Jamal, their names are booming in the boxing streets and boxing circles now more than they ever were with Goldenboy. So how is De La Hoya trying to make it? Like I said, in the Floyd example, at least there was a couple fights with Top Rank, Baltimore probably, Zab Judah and stuff, that they put Floyd and Gotti. But De La Hoya, the best fight, like Jermell Charlo, his brother said he was never even signed. Jermell Charlo versus Julian J. Rock Williams, one of his best wins, that happened after Goldenboy was not even in the picture. You see what I'm saying? Goldenboy was no longer even in concert or association with these guys. So that fight happened after. Charlo is now a champion, Jermell, with the WBC. So everything he's done really has been after Goldenboy. Same thing with Jermell. Jermell, I went to his fight. It was Edeslandi Lara Vanes Matarosen 2. It was in 2016, I believe in the summer. I was there. Charlo fought for a title there. And that was against John Jackson. And his brother fought against Austin Trout. It was a Showtime triple header, right? I remember that well because that's when, around the time, my memory's crazy. It's around the time Virgil Hunter, we found out his daughter was Keisha Cole. So I sat behind Keisha Cole at that fight, and that's when Jermell became a champion on that very card. I was there for it against John Jackson. So this was after Al Heyman took his fighters off HBO, after Richard Schaefer had left Goldenboy, and after Al Heyman had already come up with PBC, Premier Boxing Champs. And if you want to go against the God and look up facts, facts for facts and stats, we can do that too. John Jackson. Sorry, I got to rearrange my desk because it's getting hard to type when. Look, everything I said, I was at the fight. Look, you see the Trout. Look, there's Jermell. This is where he fought for a title, bro. So De La Hoya, the point I'm making is he's trying to take credit like he put like he made Charlo into a star. But he really didn't, because Charlo wasn't even a champion under Goldenboy, Jermell, And then he's telling you his brother wasn't even signed. Hold on. See, this is where he became a champion. This is the very fight. This is the fight that did it. Look, USA Today. Oh my gosh, they would do this right now. Look, WBC Superweight, Premier Boxing Champs. Boom. This is the actual flyer. So how is Goldenboy taking credit for Charlo and they both like bubbled? Like, have you seen Jermell and Jamal's houses? Bro, they're clearly making more money now. So he became a champion on PBC. I told you, that's the triple header against John Jackson. And all of his title defenses were on PBC. So they had already left Goldenboy. And then Jamal maybe he fought K9 Bunders on the Goldenboy card. But the thing is, Jermell's telling you that they wouldn't sign my brother. They were only trying to sign me. So how did Goldenboy look after the Charlo brothers like they're trying to make it out to be, like they built him? Some of Jermell's best performances, all of them, have been on PBC. The Vanes Matarosen, I'm pretty sure that was a PBC card at StubHub or somewhere. This performance with Erickson Lubin, that was PBC. You see the premier boxing champ in the back. You see Showtime. You see Fox. You know, I went to Charlo Harrison on Fox. So how did Goldenboy make Charlo? It don't make sense. You know, and then De La Hoya is talking about Deontay Wilder. It's another example. Wilder, he wasn't even popping when he was with Goldenboy. He wasn't popping like that. He started popping after Goldenboy. You know, after Goldenboy. And I really want to look up Wilder versus Stavern 1 because I think that might not have been Goldenboy had anything to do with it. We're going to find out. Let's look it up. So Wilder became a champion when he fought, not Brazil, when he fought Stavern the first time. I don't even think that was a Goldenboy card. So how is Goldenboy trying to act like they developed all these guys? Here it is. Stavern versus Wilder. Okay, that was Goldenboy. I'm seeing the logo right there. But either way, Wilder, he's doing pay-per-views right now. He's doing pay-per-views. He wasn't nowhere near that at that time. And that was probably probably the last year that Deontay Wilder was even on Goldenboy cards. Because PBC came out January 2015. So either way, it's a bad look that De La Hoya said that because you got a fighter going against what you talking about. You know, and Jermell saying I'm making way more money with Al, and you know, Ryan Garcia's upset with Goldenboy, Canelo's upset. The walls are closing in. You guys tell me what it is. Let me know in the comment section. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.